GreatX is tokenizing 11,000 hotel rooms across the US. This enables individuals to own one hotel room in the form of tokens, earn from its performance, and trade them easily as well. So with me, Dan Callister, who is Director of Community Management at GreatX, and also Giordano Morici, who is the co-head of Community Engagement as well. So let's just start with Dan. Tell me about this company. What is it all about, and who is your target audience?
I mean, our target audience really at GreatX is anyone who wants to own a digital asset, who's interested in getting into that space, into that world, but doesn't want to lose their capital investment. They want to be able to expand their portfolio. They're maybe somebody who's new to the market or somebody who's a little bit more experienced, but they're looking to have a global asset portfolio that's balanced. We have really 4 different markets or targets that we're going for, but really the simple way that we like to think of it at GreatX is anyone who has that aspiration to have a balanced portfolio with a digital asset that's capital protected.
And how interesting, hotel rooms. I mean, they have to stay in them? Like, how does it work? Like, I'm just thinking what the general public would think. They just happen to have a token in a hotel room and it's up for people to rent like they would any hotel room? Is that how it works?
The way it works with GreatX is that they're able to have partial ownership over a room through the coin that they have, the token that they have. So, with that ownership, they're able to actually enter into a space that really traditionally has a lot of restrictions or barriers for them to be able to enter. Whether the restriction is, an entry barrier, whether it's too complex, the transaction is not transparent enough. I mean, there's a whole myriad of reasons why somebody who wants to have that level of asset is not able to join it. And so traditionally, when it comes to hotels and that type of ownership, a lot of people are just really not in a class that they're able to actually get into that type of investment. And so GreatX is trying to, democratize the ability for them to get involved in that.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Why not buy a token in a hotel property instead of a particular room?
So the reason that they're able to do that, and the reason that's a powerful tool for them to be able to use, is that by buying that hotel room, they're able to get partial ownership at a smaller rate, but also able to get the passive income that they would really be seeking. One of the really most important aspects as well with GreatX is that we're able to give these individuals a window into the market analysis for the hotels that they're going to be buying that partial ownership of. So whether you're looking at global brands such as Marriott, Hilton, they're able to choose the brand that they want to associate with. They're able to see the market analysis and all in a very easily, understandable, easily digestible way. And they're able to dive right in and have that ownership, and have that asset in their hands, really at the reach of the fingertips, right? So it's not something that's inaccessible, it's something that's accessible for everyone.
Giordano, is it open to everybody to buy a token?
Well, in a way, yes. We're open to accept everybody in a way, meaning they have to be invited. So they have to go through a process of application. So they subscribe. Upon their subscription, they get access to the invitation. It's a by invitation platform. We're expecting massive subscription. So we have to go through all of the process of screening for the investments, right? We have to take care of the GreatX community as much as possible, and we have to be able to engage with them and protect them, right? So upon their subscription, they will have the access to the possibility to get the invitation, and once they're approved, then they will be able to fully integrate their membership, let's say.
And why is there a limited number of subscribers?
It's limited for 2 reasons: the number of hotels and the number of rooms that we have inside the platform. So at this juncture, GreatX is currently hosting 100 hotels, respectively 11,000 rooms. And the number of the subscribers is related not only to the number of rooms, but also to their value, right? So we cap the total value of $330 million for this moment in this initial investment phase.
And is there a minimum or a maximum investment for the subscriber?
Yeah. So the first initial investment has to be of $30,000. For maximum investments, we're really open. We value, again, the users, and we want them to feel empowered when using this platform. It's a very powerful tool, protected tool for investment. So we urge them to seek their personal counsels if they can't do it themselves in terms of investment decisions. Yeah. But we're open to accepting.
And then what is the process for becoming a subscriber?
So like I said, you have to subscribe at the beginning. After the subscription, you have access to a possible invitation. Then GreatX will take care of the KYCs, right? So know your customer, consumer. They have to be able to be accepted as investors in our platform. And then once that is approved, then they can transfer the full subscription. They can transfer the funds. In terms of funds, we accept fiat, we accept US dollars, we accept different currencies in this market. We also accept cryptocurrencies, right? This is the innovation side of the things, right?
Well, it's a tokenization, so
exactly.
yeah.
So, yeah, we accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other forms of other cryptocurrencies.
And then can anybody become a subscriber? Or at least start that process?
Yeah, the beginning process is open. We're welcoming people, right?
Okay.
So we want to empower people to have a better investment and secure their future. But at the same time, we have to go through the normal screening for investments. Yeah.
What if the token owner wants to choose the hotel? Can they do that?
They should.
Oh, they
to
should,
get
okay.
the maximum returns, they actually should. So once they process all of the payments, let's say, they have access, then they're enrolled, let's say, in the platform, in the program. Upon their subscription, they have the tokens, right? They have their investment in more tokens, and then they should assign those tokens to the hotel rooms, to the brand that they choose. It's a do-it-yourself platform in a way, in the sense that we value the investment of the people, we respect their money, and we want them to engage in the best possible way with their own assets, right? So we have different metaverse structures and infrastructures that help the process, but at the same time, we really want to empower them to make their best, the best choice for in terms of investment. They have all of the data, like Dan was saying, in terms of past performance, hotel name, brand, locations. So they have all of the documents needed to make an actual educated investment decision, and then they can take it on. And if they're not able to do it themselves, we always urge at GreatX to communicate with an investment banker or the personal portfolio manager or whomever is steering and helping them to make the investment decision.
Then how is it a dividend or like a distribution of profits? Like how is that paid out to the token holder?
The distribution of profits will happen, rule of thumb, once per year. At this phase, the market, we have to understand exactly how the market will react to what we're doing. So we are committed to giving the returns, let's say, in terms of tokens per year. Sometimes based on the adjustment of the market and based on the valorization of the tokens, we will be able to deploy more funds in terms of token throughout the different semesters, perhaps. At this juncture, we do not want to disclose specific information, but we will make sure that per year they will have their returns.
And then, Dan, what happens if there are more subscribers than tokens?
So they're going to have a cap in terms of how many people can participate. The cap is actually going to be 11,000 for that open by invitation that Giordano was alluding to earlier. So once they get accepted, that will be our cap. We anticipate that we're going to have anywhere between 4 to 5 multiples of subscribers beyond that amount. So that's something that we're already anticipating and prepared for. There's going to be different ways that people are going to be able to exit. I'm sure that was going to be one of the
I was going to ask about that. Like, well, what if I don't want to hold the token anymore? Then what? What happens then?
We'll have repurchase options. We're going to be one of the first tokens that are going to be able to have repurchasing done through the platform and through what we do. There will also be a scheduled time where within 4 years, we'll be able to repurchase the tokens that have been issued. That way, we're going to be able to be limiting the number of tokens that are out there as well. Thereby increasing the value for the people that have them. One thing that Giordano said before that I thought was really powerful, he was talking about engagement, and he was talking about empowerment. And that's really what GreatX is about in terms of everything from entry to exit. We want to make sure that the people that are participating with us are able to have their aspirations fulfilled through a global asset that maybe was not accessible to them previously, but now that they're able to access, or something that's going to be able to really build them in their own community themselves. And so that's, every step along the way, we're trying to open that up as much as possible.
Okay, and it's ready to go now? They go to a website and just learn more? What's the website?
So the first step is just letting us know that you want to participate.
Okay.
And then we're going to have that open invitation, and once you've been accepted, then that'll be the next step to participate.
Very innovative way to use it.
One thing that I think we didn't touch on which is the importance of why investors should really connect to the hotels, right? Because they can have the asset, they can buy the tokens, they can have the tokens, right? Which will have the increased value with the structured notes and with the government bonds related. But we're talking, when we're owning the property, we're really talking about economic ownership. So by linking those tokens to the hotel rooms, they will have a percentage of the cash flows and the earnings of that hotel and that specific room, right? So it's very important that we talk to the investor and say, get the tokens and link them to get maximum investment. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. Thank you so much, Giordano and Dan, for explaining GreatX.
Thank you.
Thank you.